Order restored to private residence relief computations. Helen Thornley, ATT Technical Officer, discusses the Higgins case and what does HMRC's arguments mean in practice and with reference to D49. When you purchased your home, when did you consider that you became the owner? From the date of exchange in the solicitor's office when you paid your deposit, or from the date of completion 6 weeks later when, key in hand and removal van outside, you unlocked the door and crossed the threshold? The question might seem pedantic, but, when it comes to the amount of private residence relief, PRR, available to a homeowner, knowing exactly what is the period of ownership really matters. In the case of Mr Higgins, it mattered to the tune of just over £61,000. While his case concerned an off-plan purchase, how the period of ownership has been defined will be relevant to many ordinary residential property purchases. The Higgins case. The Higgins case featured an apartment in the former St Pancras Station Hotel. Mr Higgins purchased the apartment off-plan, and for much of the time in question the flat itself did not exist and was merely a space in a tower. Mr Higgins entered a contract to buy a leasehold interest in October 2006, paying a deposit. He paid a further deposit in March 2007, but work stalled during the credit crunch of 2008, and it was not until November 2009 that work finally commenced to bring the apartment into existence. The work was completed rapidly, with Mr Higgins able to occupy the property from the 5th of January 2010. At that point the purchase was completed and the balance of the purchase price was paid. He then lived in the property until the 5th of January 2012 when he sold it, having exchanged contracts for its sale on the 15th of December 2011. By the time of sale, the flat had appreciated significantly in value and Mr Higgins made a substantial gain for which he sought private residence relief. The period of ownership. Very broadly, private residence relief is available in full where the property has been the individual's only or main residence throughout their period of ownership. Having lived in the flat for the entire time that it was possible to do so, the 5th of January 2010 to the 5th of January 2012, Mr Higgins' argument was that he had been in residence for the entire period of ownership and was therefore entitled to full relief from the gain under private residence relief. While accepting that Mr Higgins was entitled to some PRR, HMRC took the view that the period of ownership for the purposes of PRR should follow the dates determined by S28 of TCGA in 1992. That's sec. For more on this story, visit the news article link.